Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to On Track Tuesday. It is April 22nd, 2025. All right. So you guys are lucky you gave me twice this month. You remember I did the first week. I've been fighting a cold the last week, so I kind of sound crummy. I feel kind of crummy, but this cough I can't get rid of. But I'm here. So anyways, who else is here? Your first is this everything sound okay? Just hit a thumbs up on that real quick. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. Looks like everybody in here just saying hi. You got James down this junction, Ronald, Andy. How you guys doing? John, Stokill. Hey, Sparky. Going on, Floyd, Anthony Borden. There's Lynn. Afternoon, Lynn. Good evening, I should say. So you're saying good morning, and then I don't know. There's Mikey. Next Mike. Good evening. I think GRE 2057 got in here first, way back at 2 p.m. There you go. Yeah, Derek, he beat you. I don't know if you're back in here or not, but there you go. BNSF, CSX Bob. I'm going way back. I don't know if these guys are even in here at the moment. It's Curly, Dwight. Good evening. Let's see what else we got. Beat you on my 5 hours snagging a cookie. Yeah, you sure did. It's all right. Wednesday, somebody's going to figure out what the cookie actually is, and we'll have to figure out a way to actually award a cookie of some kind and actually make it an award or something. There's Derek. Let's go here and see what's happening. What the fact you didn't start yet, James? Talking about me. I started at 7. That's if you're talking about me. I don't know. 30 lives must have licked. Hey, Ray Burleson, first of all, good evening. Sparky Lives must have licked a 9-volt battery. That's why he's called Sparky. Hey, Joe Rader. How you doing, buddy? Derek Lumberly, how are you? It's cough, man. I'm telling you, it's just nothing's coming up. It's just like a dry kind of hack. It's annoying as all get out. I know on my morning show last week I had the wrong mic on. Like I didn't have the actual mic, external mic. It was the one off the laptop, and it did sound crappy for the first probably 5 to 10 minutes at least. It always sounds crappy. It just sounds crappier. All right. See, I don't see any of my compadres in here so far tonight. Hey, Lee, good evening to you. See, what are you, 5 hours ahead? So it's like midnight there, no? 6, 7, and 4 would be 11. 5 would be midnight, yeah. There's some news, Lee. So my daughter and her best friend, they both work with me in the recovery room in Cleveland Clinic. And they both accepted positions, nursing positions in the recovery room at Cleveland Clinic London. So about mid-July, she'll be moving to London for the next 2 years. So that kind of all just happened in the last several weeks. So I got the confirmation and okay to share the news with everybody. Hey, real artist. So that's exciting. Hey. Hit the like button, guys. Appreciate it. So there you go, Lee. Maybe I'll be coming over to London. I think maybe instead of going to Korea, I think It's going to be so expensive to fly to Korea to see my son, but I think what we're going to try to do is maybe in October have him meet us like in London. You know what I mean? Because it's like about a halfway point for both of us, so it'll be less expensive on both ends. So it's a little preliminary. We'll see what happens there. But so maybe I'll be coming over to London for a quick vacation or something like that. Sure, want to come visit her. Deep Run Railroad Mike. How you doing, Mike? Turkey Food Valley Rail fan. How you guys? How you doing over there? John Train. UFTR. Good evening. So yeah. And my son's finally getting pinned as a sergeant. It's in a week or so. It's in May. May sometime. So both had some good news the last couple of weeks with my kids. No, London, England. Cleveland Clinic has a hospital up there in Toronto. Some kind of facility. I don't know. We're international, man. We're like number 2 in the world, man. And yeah. So yeah, London, England, not London, Ontario. I always forget there's a London, Ontario. That would be exciting too. Her girlfriend's actually from. She's actually Canadian. Well, she's Serbian, and then they live in Canada. And she is on a work visa here in the United States. Her family lives in Collingwood. I don't know if any Canadians know where that's at. I think it's up north of Toronto or somewhere around Toronto. So I guess the plan is I think they're going to go up there, fly out of Toronto. I guess because Toronto's more of an international airport than what Cleveland is. Cleveland, you got to fly to like either New York or Washington, and then go. We're not really an international airport. We are, but we're not. Not over that way, apparently. Talking about me, just whenever they came out with that last run of heritage units, I got the Monon and the Atlantic coastline. I think it was L&N was the next one that came out. Those 3 came out. There's one of my buddies there. Wilmer, good evening. Hey, Brad, awesome possum. Oh, sorry, guys. It's going to be so. Like, I feel fine. That's the funny part about it. I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm like a flu or cold or anything. My head's not all like stuffed up. I know it sounds like a little bit, but it's not really. For a couple of days it was. And it just got worse and worse. It's just this little hacking cough. I can't get rid of it. And like I lay down to go to sleep and I start coughing. So I've been sleeping on a damn couch and a recliner. So you were born in London, England, or are you talking about Collingwood? Andy. Yeah, sorry. Well, that would have been exciting too, because then it would have given me even more reason to come up to Canada and visit. But 3 hours north of you, okay. And my family is from a place called Collingwood. Probably much different than Collingwood. It's a heavy Italian and Slovenian area here in Cleveland at one point in time. It's not such a great area anymore. Very beautiful place. The funny thing is her parents actually live in Florida. So they had retired down to Florida from Canada. And originally from Serbia. And she still has family and support. So they're like super excited, man. It's everything's right there in Europe. So, and everything's within like a short train trip of each other. Like not like here where like I could travel to Pennsylvania and see Wilmer in 3 hours. They could travel to a whole other country in a couple of hours, we're going to states, they're going to different countries. So they're excited about it, and when all things are weighed out and equal, like the pay is the same as she's making now. So it's kind of a lateral move pay wise. But just the experience and everything. She just turned 27 and is very like independent. She's not like tied down to anybody. Doesn't have kids. Not married. None of that stuff yet. So she's like, man, when am I going to do it? This is the time to do it. It just kind of an opportunity that just fell in her lap. The girl she grew up with, her mom is actually a talent recruiter for the Cleveland Clinic for we call it for employees, and she was local. In fact, she helped me get in, and my daughter as well. We were getting into the clinic. And then she moved over to like their international division. So I guess a couple of spots that opened up that they're taking, those nurses are actually going over to Abu Dhabi to work at the Cleveland Clinic over there. So they're moving on to that. And so it's pretty cool. I'm really excited for her. A lot of shit has to happen. A lot of things have to be done. She has like background checks and all this other stuff to do and apply for a visa and all these other things. It's like a whole checklist of stuff that she's going to have to really bust her ass to get done. Because they'd like them to start, I think, mid-July. Originally it was supposed to be in the fall, but then they wanted to move it up. So we'll see what happens. I was in high school 14 years ago. Now I use Cleveland Clinic info for my research papers, medical stuff. Lots of good info can be found in the Cleveland Clinic. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. We're like number 2. I think, at least in the States. I think we go back and forth between like the Mayo Clinic and a couple of the other big ones, but worldwide, we're like pretty well known. We're like 30 years running now, like number 1, I think in the world. Don't quote me on that. I think it's in the world as far as like heart transplants and stuff. That's our big thing. So let's see. Have a great stream night. I'll watch back on replay. Yeah, it's kind of late for you over there, buddy. But thanks for popping in, Lee. If I do get a chance to get over there, I'll have to see where she's going to be living and all that. London's a big place, so I'd like to try to work something out. Maybe some of you guys, like maybe Sparky, a lot of guys over there. I think. I wouldn't mind like having like just a small little meet and greet maybe one day or something, just to meet some of the people there. But putting the cart before the horse, I got to get her there. Got to get her there first. So, but have a good night, Lee. Thanks for popping in, man. Hey, Grandpa, sorry, anybody I haven't said hi to. I'm just been rambling. I'm trying to keep up, but me, I'm always behind. Delta 9, how you doing? And like I said tonight, I don't know. I'm gonna try to go to full hour. Let me see how it goes. I'm gonna swim the rock. How's the rock? Plymouth Rock. I don't know what the rock is. Other cities and towns in Canada have the same names as ones in the UK, like railway somewhere, something like that. Makes sense. Well, we have some of those names here too. I mean, we didn't have such a pretty breakup with the Britons, with the British. Gonna have a little tiff. So I don't know how many names originally were named after, Yeah. Get him, Grandpa Rail. She went to Kent State. Kent, K-E-N-T, Kent State University for her nursing degree. They have a great nursing program there. Hey, Mike. How you doing, buddy? You couldn't hang in the back there. Oh, the grass was kind of tall, huh? I know I got to get at it too. Mine is still wet in the back. It floods in my backyard. And every time it starts to dry out, I don't get a chance to cut it. And actually, up until about this last weekend, I really didn't need it too bad. And then I was sick for like a week, and so I wasn't going to get out there doing that kind of stuff. I have a lot of yard work to do, a lot of cleanup stuff still. I just fucking enjoyed your layout video tour. Oh, he's got a good layout, man. Very good layout. If you ever get a chance to see it in person, man. He was a professor at the University of Vermont. Been there for 20 years. Yeah. Dave looks like a fun guy. Scott Reynolds looks like he'd be pretty funny. He's good at nursing the whole life. You were a nurse there. You're being funny. I've been a nurse 11 years now. Been with the clinic since end of 2012, so 12 years. 11 of that I've been a nurse. First year I was a nursing assistant. I was going through school and everything. Sparky, did you get the new Rapido Conrail flat cars with the camp vans? I saw those. Those are pretty cool. I saw that somebody did a video on it and it was pretty neat. I missed on those. Sorry, guys. Got my nursing degree at the junior college associate degree. It was all I wanted and needed. Same here. Well, that's the funny thing. There's a thing called magnet or whatever. You may know about it, rail artists. That's a cool nursing thing. The hospital was trying to get magnet status. The clinic was trying to get more of their facilities to have that status. I don't know exactly what it all means, but it's something, I guess. Probably a funding thing. Who knows? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. But that's what I did, Mark. I drove trucks for 21 years. I decided I had enough of that and decided to go to nursing school. Long story on how I got to that, and I went to community college, Cuyahoga Community College, with my 2-year degree, and then that's why I started as a nursing assistant at the clinic because I had my foot in the door. And at the time, they were only hiring 4-year degrees, bachelor degrees, because they wanted that magnet status. And there's so many like percentage of nurses have to be that. And there's a whole bunch of other criteria. But so being already worked there, I was able to get interviews. And then they gave me, at the time, it was 5 years to get my bachelor's. And they paid for it. So I paid for my associates, but they paid for my bachelor's. So I do have a bachelor's because they made me, which, I figured when I got into it, I just figured I'd have a good 20 years anyways to work in the career. So I figured it wouldn't be a bad idea to get the bachelor's anyways, in case for whatever reason I did decide I wanted to advance somehow. Thanks, Steve. So I do have my bachelor's. It was more or less because I was forced to, but and that was an all online thing. Chamberlain College of Nursing, I think it's one of the largest, at least online. I think they're a physical building too, physical college, but I did that all online. For the bachelor's, I consider your work time that you work, is basically your clinical hours. So now, like for the master's, like you want to get be a nurse practitioner or something, then you have to do like clinical time and all that as well. I think Kathy will kill me if I decide to go back to school for any more degrees. I kind of picked a really bad time when I went back to school. Kids were still kind of young, and it was a struggle, man. Like I lost at least half of my pay going to be a nursing assistant when I left driving, but I had to get my foot in the door. So I tried to do it I had to be there at least a year in order to be eligible to be offered a position. So I tried to keep it as close to that as I could get it. Because I'll tell you what, man, 15 hour didn't go very far back then or now. So, not that I was getting rich driving trucks, but gotta go, gotta go get the mail. Okay. Mail comes this late, and you just haven't gotten it yet. You get a boil on your bum. I missed something, man. That's awful. How would you wish that on anybody? You're not a nice person at all, Andy. I'm just teasing. So yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been feeling good. Anytime I actually try to do any work, because I missed work Friday, I missed work Monday. Going in tomorrow, hopefully, I'm just gonna have to go with it, man. You only get so much sick time, and I spent a lot of time weathering containers. You might have seen some shorts I threw up there, short videos. Getting my foot in the door is always seems going to get slammed on me. Yeah, that didn't do. So I've been doing that. Finally I went round and round with scale trains, let me tell you. A little bit of a rant. Not a Jim Tedesco rant, but a little bit of a rant. So I want to change the camera while we talk, just because, I look like I've been sick anyway. So, all right. So here's my town scene. I got the camera on that. I got those lights wired up. I got them on. I gotta tidy up the wiring. It's a mess. Yes, I did. So you're gonna see the train coming through here in a second. None of that is weathered. But these are the two locomotives I'm talking about. I've had these for a while. These are Gevo Tier 4 Gevos. I'm sorry, guys. Norfolk Southerns. Oh, you guys don't think I like Norfolk Southern. That's okay, Todd. I see you there, buddy. So this train is not weathered yet. I'll get to it. The one that'll come in the other direction, you'll see everything on that train is weathered up. So that's how my wife was home. She was getting her haircut. So like I said, I had all these lights wired. I just hadn't had them wired. Like the wires were there, dropped. I just hadn't have them tied into anything. So I got those on. And got those on for you guys. You just kind of see that street there. Nice little street scene. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for crossing signals and stuff with these. I have to look at some pictures of them to see how they do that, because I'm assuming they're just kind of signal lights or gates or something. I don't even know what that's what I don't think anybody does. Now that I'm onto the joke, I'm not in the loop there. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think of the lights there? I think they came out all right. But anyways, now this train you see there now is all weathered. Me too. Some weathered more than others. So but I'm happy with it. So I'm messing with that, just some weathering, and I did finally get the turnouts I needed. It was a short, 6 turnouts, 3 for the one area and 3 for the CSX yard. Hey, Wesley. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, JD. Didn't come to work on my level. Talking to me. I don't know. thanks, Todd. Then we go right back to that one. So those two locomotives, sent them back. I had lights, I had sound, I had no movement. Sent them back to scale trains like mid-January. Got a notice that they got them. Got a notice they started working on them. Finally got them back. Oh, hell, when did I get them back? What's today? Today is the 22nd. I got them back on, I think, right around the 5th, maybe, of April. Or it might have been the last weekend of March. Long story short, one of them worked fine. And it ran, sounds were fine, everything was fine. No tail light. Son of a bitch. Put the other one on the track, no tail light. That one, you rev it up, so throttle up. As soon as I went to throttle down, I got like a horn sound, like a buzzing sound. So I took it off the track. It almost sounded like the horn on a like one of those Indian locomotives, like from India. That weird kind of sound. Like those horns are kind of weird. A distinct kind of sound. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't her. It was my daughter stopped over. She just got done with work early. Shit. Oh, you fixed the fridge. Geez, I'd have to measure. Back to the corner there. All the way back to that corner is probably it's over 4 feet. I can't reach that. I have to get on a step stool to kind of work on it, and then I have to go kind of to the right of the scene and come from the right side of it. I can reach back there that way. If you look over top of those buildings on the right of the picture, you can see like a louvered door there. That's the door coming in. So that kind of opens up enough that I can reach in there and work. Anyhow, so I call them, blah, 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 blah. We're going back and forth. Finally, we get the whole, all right, well, listen, I talked to Josh. I said, son of a bitch, I'm sorry. I said, listen, man, I'm going to put it on track. This is what it's doing. Now, mind you, I got it on a 3-foot piece of flex track hooked up to my NCE power cap. Nothing else is on it. Nothing else is hooked up to it. That's all. That's it. I got, I'm not bragging, but I probably got 40 scale train locomotives in total. No other ones have ever done this, ever. On the layout, on the what do you call it, track? Programming track, none of them. So Josh, he heard it do that. He's like, oh my God, get that off, take it off right away. Because I guess that's like telling you that the ESU decoder makes that noise when it's overloading. When it's being overloaded or something. Hey, Michael. Jeff's Trains, how are you? Hey, Matt. There you go. Sorry, I missed you, man. Telling a story. So as he goes, all right, send them back. I'm going to send you a label, shipping label. I'm going to put them in as a recall because they'd already fixed them and they came back. So last week, I'm talking to him. The actual guy that was working on them called me. So he said he put 2 new rear light boards in them for the rear lights. So the rear lights do work. And then he said, I can't get this thing to do what you're talking about. I said, well, I'm telling you, Josh heard it. I'm not hearing things, man. They know, but I can't fix what I can't make it do. Which I understand that, you know. Yeah, exactly, man. I've been playing it for like a week now. And so, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to send them back to you and see what they do. Come back to me. I got them the other day, Tuesday. Tuesday? Thursday. Where the hell did I get them? Doesn't matter. It was over the weekend, I think, Saturday, maybe. Pick a day. I got them. And the one locomotive was still doing that. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So I was going to call them up Tuesday. Oh, yesterday I was going to call them. I must have got them Saturday. I said, you know what, let me put this same thing on your track. Hooked up the load programmer, and I just reprogrammed it. And they said they reprogrammed them. And I don't know what it did, but it fixed it. It's not doing it now. And they've been running for hours. So I wonder if that's all I had to do the first time. Apparently I was going to need them to fix the whiteboards anyways. But shop engineer for buildings and people. All right. Hope the Baraflu, it works. All right. That's just it, though, man. I haven't had any flu symptoms. You know what I mean? It's not, I haven't had a fever. I think maybe one night I felt like I had a fever. I think it's more from coughing than anything else. I had such a headache because of the coughing. But nothing was coming up. It wasn't like I was even having any drainage or phlegm or anything like that. So anything earthly engaged. I do not know. It's best. America's Best. What is that for? Is that a hobby shop or is that for eyeglasses? There's like an America's Best for eyeglasses. What the hell, Mike? Oh, I tell you what, I'm tired, man. ELW trains, how are you? Thanks for coming in. So yeah, it kind of was. I went round and round there. I did get these tracks in for the CSX yard, the Willard yard. Like I said, I got the turnouts the other day, but I haven't messed with it. I just haven't really felt like it. I've been running trains. I did a couple of op sessions just myself, just to do something. So just sitting around. I definitely need to get that laid in. I got to get the tracks laid in, so I got to figure out where the building's going to go. Because of the base on the building, I'm going to have to cut the plywood out. One of the downsides of not using foam is I don't have any. It'd be so much easier to just cut foam out. But yeah, I sure do. So yeah, this is going to be the actual this end of the peninsula here, where you see the building on the right. This is going to be where the engine facility goes and all the stuff that goes with it. Like these tracks here are going to be the yard tracks. They're probably going to be cut back some. It just depends. If I need the room, I'm going to cut them shorter. I just laid them in. I didn't bother really trimming them up any or anything like that. This is kind of where the plan has them ending, but we'll see. We'll see. Put a few cars on there so you get a little better idea. Plus, it holds the track in place because none of it's nailed down, and some of these tracks are like kind of all wavy. They're used track. Thank you to Robert Sacco and his father. When he tore down his father's layout, he sent me a shit ton of Code 100 flex. What's that for, James? I know. I'm sorry, guys. It's not great. That's why I'm not like putting the camera on me. I just feel like you know the layout's more interesting, anyways. But what are we looking at here? You're talking about something. Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, is that what you guys are talking about? TCS track cleaning car engine that is scrubber, a vacuum, and a magnet and flashing lights for 280 American. Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm going to try it. We'll see. I'm feeling a little bit better, but it's going to be what it's going to be, man. I keep missing time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see it over there. Yeah. Pappy made me those. Craig Godwin. They are actually, it's a wood plank with a bunch of railroad spikes in them that the cups are hanging on. One of the videos back when I was building the layout room, getting the room all together and stuff that's in there somewhere, I did a video on it. He made me one, and I liked it so much. And I mean, I paid him for it, but he charged me for basically the wood. Railroad spikes, he already, we picked a shit ton of those up. And his labor and that, but even at that, he really didn't want anything. So, yeah, I did post a video. Was it a video? I think it was on my Facebook page. I reposted your video on my, or Sparky. It was just train shop, and mine was in Elgin, Illinois. Well, that sucks. I mean, part of me gets why they wouldn't want to carry a bunch of stuff, but I was gonna say, is it Lombard over there? Near Chicago land? That's where I wouldn't mind going. I'll stop and pick you up. We'll go over to Lombard. And there's a means of glass, brush, and rubbing alcohol. Cleaning track. I don't know if I like that idea, but okay, if it works for you. Hot toddy. Vacuum cleaner color. Hey, Cowboy Steve. Yeah, because I did my show Thursday. I started feeling it a little bit Wednesday after about, near the end of my work shift. Thursday I was kind of feeling shitty. I did my show. I think as the day went on Thursday, it just got worse and worse. Like Friday, Saturday were kind of worse. I didn't go to my sister's for Easter. I stayed home because I didn't want to get them all sick because I felt like shit. So moves on its own, huh? By two. 230 for CMX car? I'm glad I bought mine when I did. And I actually didn't buy it. My wife bought it. So actually, I bought it, I guess, in theory, but I think it was like in the 150 range when I got it. I didn't know there was a Chicagoland. Hobby, I was just how much Chicagoland is in Lombard, somewhere in that Chicago area. Oh, that's that cleaning cars made in the USA? Or is it, which one? I don't know. Not by my place directly, but it's not far from me where it's running out of. Hey, Rainer. Yeah, man. It's definitely going around. Probably the next COVID or something. Who knows? Good idea of what the street running did where I used to live with the signals. Did I miss it? Did you put it in the comments? You did. I missed it. I feel better, Rainer. I mean, my wife's had it for going on 2 weeks now. She's kind of at the end of it, though, and I got it. So I'm trying not to give it back to her so she don't give it back to me. Not me, man. I'm happy with my CMX car. I know, man. Did he catch it? It it probably did come up along. I think how it would come. It would have came through Berea and up the line there. Hey, Anthony, 40 minutes late. Hi, Chris. I could have you for newcomers. But yeah, mine works pretty good. I need to get new pads. I've actually taken a scrub brush and cleaned them and stuff, like with some Dawn dish soap. But I've kind of done that to the point where they're getting pretty ratty. So I need to find um, some new pads for it. Sorry, my daughter's over. She's over there texting me. She's excited, but she's got a lot of shit to do before she moves to London. So you mind, like, for a mere $300, it's yours. Well, your layout is small enough you can just go around with a rag and some mineral spirits. It was, Steve. If you'd been on time, you'd have heard the whole story about it. I got him back from Scale Trains finally after about 3 months of them being there. Take over in this MX car. Oh, hey, Steve. 87th. How's it going, man? Get these guys. If I leave it on this picture long enough, they'll both kind of meet here. I throw a few more cars in. These are just cheap filler type cars. Put a couple people I had laying around that just to kind of dress the scene up a little bit. I got a lot of work to do on that scene still. I had somebody comment that there's a speed limit in town like that, and I'm like, yep, I'm sure there is. Might lay out my rules. I think I don't know. Sometimes I laugh and stuff. I don't think it was like a malicious comment or anything. It was probably meant to be more of a joke, but I'm not coming to the dark side necessarily. I've always had Norfolk Southern. I got like 3 of them. I just don't run them. I'm a CSX guy. I run them mostly, and then I like Canadian National. But I got a couple of ENSFs up there. I got a couple of Union Pacifics up there. Equal opportunity. I could play Amtrak's. It's all stuff that I see running this line. So and I see running in Ohio and in the area. So it's not like, it would be prototypical for me to run. Obviously Norfolk Southern and CSX are big up here, but you do get a lot of Canadian National. Time to time you get them. You will catch, especially in Deschler where I'm modeling. I mean, hell, the one day I was there with you, Mike, we caught the NSF. I think we caught a UP coal train. CSX, of course, and we went to Astoria. We caught that's where we saw this Canadian National. I think it was an oil tank, oil tankers. Is that the day with you? No, we didn't Ralph in it. It was the day with Pappy. Like it was in the summer. It was a nice warm day. It had to be in the summer. So it wasn't with you because it was a freaking cold, snowy day. But Pappy was there too. That's why I said it was with you guys. And then we had to catch Norfolk Southern in Astoria, and as well as CSX and Canadian National. And up in Deschler, we saw UP as well. And I think at BNSF, there was one mixed in with a CSX or something. So, anyways, long story short, we do see them up here and on this line that I'm modeling in Willard subdivision. Toledo sub and a Willard sub. Come on, get him, Grandpa Grouse. Yeah, finally hooked them up. I got to tidy up the wiring. The wiring's a mess. Mr. Clean Pads? What, on the CMX car? I was actually thinking about buying just like some corduroy or something material. Just take one of those to a fabric store and just see what material I could find that is close to that. And then cut it into strips and, I don't clean them. If you run your trains enough, you don't have to clean them. I might clean them every once in a while, but a lot of times I'm just spot cleaning. Like when I was doing operations over this last several days, I had to clean some of my yard tracks because I haven't used them in a long time. And that was just to get the dust off. So I just took the track cleaning car, let a little bit of fluid out, and then shut it down just to wet the pad down. I just ran the car back and forth with my hand just because it was easier than trying to hold that little pad in your hand. And batteries. So we damn gas in that thing. You hippie? You clean that layout. I hand me 2 days clean. Come on, mine, or are you talking about your club layout? Every once in a while, I got like one of these trains running by right now. I put it on the front of it. I always run 2, 3 locomotives, so it isn't that big of a deal to push it around and pull all those cars. So, utilize your turbo train. Only been 4 months, so figure I have 5 months to wait. Yeah. Didn't you just get that thing? Or did you have another one that's like an older one? Nothing. Mike was telling me I wanted to get another CMX car, and Dwight said he can buy his. I said, "Oh, for a mere $300, we could have it." I was joking. I was more or less busting on Dwight because he don't clean his tracks. Never seen another Tyco cleaning car. There've been so many cleaning cars over the years, you know. Who was the one that made the spinning wheel? You put the pads on it and the wheel, like a wheel that spins, like in the middle of a heavy, like brass car. Feels longer. Yeah. Yeah, they got those NS units. They sent them back. They got possession of them like January 14th or something. They've had them since then, and that's fine. But send them back fixed. Damn it. And even the issue, like I said, I ended up having to. I finally just shot in the dark. I put them on my programmer and just reloaded the program, and thankfully it took, and everything was fine after that. But even without that, you sent them back to me the first time. How did you not see that the rear tail lights didn't? I had ditch lights on the rear, but no tail lights. So you didn't do a very good job of, quality control on your work. If I didn't have tail lights, in fact, I think I had tail lights when I sent them in. I think I made a big difference. Yeah, yeah. Wheel that spun back was on the track with a buffing wheel. And then there's I don't know how many videos online of people that have done their own homemade cars, with just with a box car and a little pad and piece of masonite. You know what I mean? And you take the nails. No, man, this is terrible. This. You take the nails, and you put it up to the bottom of the car, and then it just kind of float there. There we go. It kind of has a little meet and greet there in town. Yeah, I think I remember those too. Yeah. Well, they also had my third of 3 AC 4400s that came out a year and a half, 2 years ago. Every one of them had to have a new motor and a new board put in. So they said they got a bad batch of motors and stuff at that time. I think it was right around. I think they had switched factories or something like that. So I already sent the first 2 in, and the third one finally went kaput. I sent that one in like February. So they did send all 3 back to me at least. I was dreading having to call him because I actually talked to the guy that repaired the Norfolk Southern units, and he's like, I kind of was getting pissed at me. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I see your side of it, but you got to see my side of it too. I got a $300. I think I paid $250 something. So $300 paperweight sitting here. But don't run it. Don't run. I mean, it looks great, but it does me no good. I gotta watch some videos on how to weather those damn things. Black is hard to weather, I think. You got to do it just right. It's going to look like you just sprayed white all over it. And I'm not the best at weathering. Getting better, I think, but it's, it's a personal opinion, anyways. Looking on this tugboat from Waters and damn handrails got me puzzled. Super Waters, I know the directions don't make any sense. Yeah, geez. Any videos online? That maybe somebody else has built one and put a video up? Yeah. John, you take any like I know my tax guy, he ends up like taking like a week and just taking their own little personal vacation just to unwind. Like, I don't even think he goes like I don't even think his wife goes with him. I think it's just I think he golfs. I think him and his buddies go golfing. Like a little golfing trip or something. So I'm gonna get some food, bring me back for the industry. Probably not, Steve, because I'm gonna get out of here. This is not going well as far as this stupid cough goes. I sound like shit. And I gotta make it to work tomorrow. There's a couple days after see. Okay, take a couple days at least. But, I'm not saying anything extravagant, but I know you just took. Um, and this is going to be very ignorant of me, so don't take it the wrong way, John. You do taxes, but I'm sure you do other things throughout the year. You're not just like you work for a specific company or something. You do like books all year long and stuff like that, or is the tax game like a year long process? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just ignorant to it. I don't know how that all works. I deal with them once a damn year, and I hate them. Hey, Papa John, what happened? What's that about? Huh, that was interesting. Yeah, no stream on Thursday. Well, most likely no stream on. And then, yeah, I had a dentist appointment set up. I actually called and canceled that, moved it back a couple of weeks because I don't know, with this cough and everything, it's not going to be great. But yeah, plan on there being no stream. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Yeah, real fun. Hey, did you catch the steam unit, the nickel plate, John? Yeah, I know, James. I got probably a good 10, 12 years left on it too, man. Hey, Pedro. How's it going, buddy? Hey, Thomas. How you doing, man? Check video from Andrew Delick. And Delick, he found a great thing to clean tracks without making it scratch. Okay. Well, I think that's the problem. You got to find something that's not going to scratch everything up. Because then it just attracts dirt, no scratches. It's a good angle, and you kind of see. I tried to weather the tops of these things pretty good. Like as far as fading and stuff on these containers. Some of them I got a little heavy-handed with. Some of them not too bad. Chris from Tennessee River Union kind of got with me the one day after the show Thursday, actually, kind of walked me through how he makes his wash, which is nothing fancy. It's just some black and brown powder mixed with some isopropyl. Or you can mix it with water too, I guess. Well, just a very thin wash. Like I've done that with India ink too. So it's nice for especially like the lighter colored cars and containers and stuff. Yeah, like All right, man. I'm gonna call it a night. I apologize if I didn't answer any questions or pull you up or anything. Pop, pop, stream room. Hey, pop, pop. Good to see you, man. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a wrench at you. And maybe next time you come back, we'll be able to. I gotta find you first. We'll be able to click on other people in the chat and go check out their channels. So pop up, you ought to have a wrench now. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Rainer. You too, man. Get better. It's Papa John's gonna go live. Okay. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, guys, have a good week. Is there 5 weeks? Yeah, so next Tuesday will be the 5th Tuesday. I don't know what's planned, actually. I'll have to get with the other guys and see. Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. I enjoy this stuff, man. It's, you know, it's a way to kind of stay in touch with everybody, too, you know. So thanks, everybody, for coming in. I don't know what's going on next week yet. I'm sure one of us will put up a post as far as who's going to host it and everything. Being the 5th week, we try to do something different. But what I'd love to see is if anybody can get a hold of Tony, maybe he'd want to do like these 5th weeks and still kind of be a little bit, still be a part of the crew, you know, that way. And I know he's kind of rebuilding and stuff. Yeah, he's put a few videos up, so that would be kind of cool. Or at least, you know, it won't be as much of a commitment from him. You know, it'd be a few times a year when there's a five Tuesdays. So that to me would be ideal. But I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I know. That's what I say. Maybe not right away. Maybe eventually we'll get to that point, you know. Hey, Eugene Kleiss, 100 train fan. Well, I'm sick, but other than that, I'm doing good. I'm getting ready to hang it up, though, for the night. Appreciate you popping in. Definitely come on back. We do this every Tuesday night. It's called On Track Tuesday. It's 4 different guys that do the show. And you look at the bottom of the banner down there at the bottom, that'll give you the channel names. So pause the video. You got me here on the 4th Tuesday for the River and Eastern. So I'm going to check out those other guys. And they'll post when it's their night to do it. All right, guys. Again, thanks for coming. Yeah. Like I said, maybe eventually, maybe once he gets a little more settled. We kind of had to fill reluctantly, and Steve's a great choice. We just reluctantly had to kind of fill the spot, you know, and he understands. He actually told us, you know, we're the ones that are kind of holding out. But it's okay. Everybody's doing good and getting settled in and everything, you know, in the new house and all that. All right, guys, go check out Papa John. He's getting ready to go live, he said. So usually he has a pretty good rail planning lives. So we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.